Hey there, Bingo Rangers. February 22nd, early in the morning. The skull mask, a monochrome wash of gray, and I created the highlights by distressing the paint job, light sandpaper, a very fine sandpaper. That's how we get this effect. Tonight I'm putting up a new canvas. Good idea to use eye and ear protection. Listening to Noam Chomsky on the audio. The TV Ontario podcast, Big Ideas.
But again, it was a different course. Take a look at the way it was designed. Brings about. But if you're fetishist, there are means of sort of kind of a deeper on how corporations are run. It's called corporate, and they can work out techniques like, say, stock should conceal short-term gain, and you can imagine the word. Well, there have been efforts to try to get this to be more transparent. During the period when New Deal regulations were maintained, there were no financial crises. The system went along smoothly. But the rich and powerful make out fine for the reasons I mentioned. The public pays, rich benefit. Not very less and less so under modern forms of state capitalism. Adam Smith, for example, he recognized and discussed what would happen to Britain if the masters adhered to the rules of sound economics. That it wouldn't happen. So as if by an invisible hand, England would be spared the ravages of economic rationality. Using externalities, that is the effect of a transaction on others. In the case of financial institutions, the externality that's dismissed is systemic risk, the risk that the whole system will crash as a result of some failed transaction. You don't take that into account when you make a transaction. Well, in that case, the taxpayer can come to the rescue, make sure that those who profit from risky transactions will be saved. But that's not always an option, and the consequences can be severe. In fact, perhaps awesomely severe. So nobody's going to come to the rescue if the environment is destroyed. We are conducting massive propaganda campaigns to convince the population that anthropogenic global warming, because of human interference, is a liberal hoax. And that's succeeding. And just have a look at the new Congress in the United States, the one that was propelled into power by large-scale business funding and propaganda. Almost everyone there is a climate change denier, and they've already been acting on those assumptions. They've been cutting the limited expenditures there are for dealing with environmental problems.
That man is the most cited academic scholar in the world, and you probably never heard of him.